Hello, my dear friends. My name is Giovanni Frati, and I'm an attorney here in the city of Guatemala. And I am going to make a video today in English for all the members, all the ambassadors, and all the foreign ministries of the irregular group that is trying to destroy Guatemalan rule of law, known as G13. These ambassadors, that are basically the main countries of the European Union, together with the United States ambassador, the Canadian ambassador, the United Nations ambassador, the OAS ambassador, and about 9 European countries such as Spain, Holland, Italy, Germany, France, England, and other European countries are trying to destroy the Guatemalan rule of law, and have been trying to do so together with the United Nations with an aberration and a crime against Guatemalan due process and Guatemalan rule of law, which was called CICIG, which was a total and utter failure, and that these ambassadors have never apologized to the Guatemalan people for all the injustices and very grave crimes that this commission did. Guatemala is a sovereign nation, and there is no right of any ambassador to mingle in Guatemalan internal affairs because the Convention of Vienna, which is the international instrument that regulates diplomatic relations, forbids them specifically to intervene in Guatemalan internal affairs. And Guatemala right now, in April 2021, it's electing the Constitutional Court magistrates and these ambassadors publicly, both in the Twitter page of the Swedish ambassador and the Twitter page of the German ambassador, have boasted that are asking for details and information and intervention in the election of these courts of Guatemalan, very high Guatemalan importance. Thanks to this G13 group, we have had one of the most corrupt magistrates in this court, a magistrate called Gloria Porras, together with 2 others, Matabela and Bonegre Mejia. And these 3 magistrates out of 5 have made more than 25 illegal rulings that have destroyed Guatemalan businesses, Guatemalan mines, Guatemalan hydroelectric plants, Guatemalan treaties that allow partial time work, and have intervened in the constitutional functions of the President of Guatemala, of the Congress of Guatemala, and of the Supreme Court of Guatemala. It is intolerable for any Guatemalan or for any foreigner in Guatemala to intervene in internal affairs, and more so to intervene to try to force corrupt politicians that pass as magistrates, such as Gloria Porras. In recent days, we have seen with complete aghast and surprise that the State Department is giving an award to another corrupt Guatemalan official called Juan Francisco Sandoval, and are trying to pass such a corrupt lawyer inside of the Guatemalan General Attorney's office called Ministerio Público as a hero, when he has been instrumental in the corruption of the Ministerio Público in Guatemala. This lawyer allowed Odebrecht, one of the most corrupt firms of South America that have had contracts in Guatemala, not to pay the Guatemalan government more than $300 million of a compliance fine that this corrupt lawyer, Sandoval, together with Telma Aldana, which is a runaway from Guatemalan justice, that is being defended by Democrats in the United States, together them both allow Odebrecht not to pay the Guatemalan people more than $300 million worth of a fine of compliance with a corrupt contract that Odebrecht did in Guatemala. This guy, Sandoval, allowed false witnesses in the Valdez Pais case to go and have false testimony, which is one of the worst crimes that any lawyer can do in any trial anywhere in the world. And he allowed, together with CICIG corrupt Colombian lawyers, a false witness to indict and to accuse Valdez Pais' brother, that he later died because they wouldn't let him inside the United States, because they placed him, thanks to CICIG and thanks to G13, in an international terrorist group, which he wasn't, and accused him with a false witness that confessed in front of the judge that the CICIG and this Sandoval guy offered him money and favors in order to have false statements against the Valdez Pais brothers. This is only a small sample of all the illegalities that this corrupt group called the G13 are doing in Guatemala. And we as Guatemalans know that it's very difficult to fight against this group. We know that it's David against Goliath, but we also love our country. We are not going to let these abusive and arrogant ambassadors keep on destroying Guatemala like they did with CICIG for 11 years and give awards to corrupt political attorneys that are associated with the far left mafia called the Mirna and Helen Mac Mafia that are destroying and have been destroying Guatemalan rule of law. My name is Giovanni Frati. I intend to keep on fighting for my sovereignty, for my rule of law, and for my constitution. And I publicly shame these 13 ambassadors. For shame the State Department, and for shame these G13 ambassadors for destroying Guatemalan rule of law, for intervening illegally, violating Guatemalan constitution, Guatemalan law, and the International Convention of Vienna, the Guatemalan Internal Affairs, to try to impose on us as sovereign people these corrupt politicians as attorneys and magistrates of the Guatemalan institutions. You can follow me at Frati Giovanni in Twitter. You can follow me at Giovanni Frati on my page in Facebook, or you can follow me also in my YouTube channel in YouTube, Giovanni Frati. Good afternoon.